Hey there, everybody. Kendall here with a Saturday morning conscious coffee. And I decided to do this in front of the fire because it is so cold outside. I did not even want to get out of bed this morning because it was so cold. Of course, not as bad as last night. Last night was really, really cold. And I got stuck out in the rain and lost my umbrella. I went to a magic show last night, and then the umbrella went missing, and there was this rainstorm, and there was all this different stuff going on. It was just really, really cold out. And yeah, and then this morning I did not want to get up. I did not want to get up. So I didn't get up. It's Saturday morning. Although I did try to get up to wake my son up, because I always wake my son up to go to school. And I thought that it was Friday when it was actually Saturday. Yeah. He wouldn't have been too happy. Luckily, I caught that before I went up there and was like, wake up, So, crazy, crazy, crazy. But before my day gets all on its way here, because I've got new client appointments and potential new client appointments and a class to teach and all this different stuff to do today, I decided that I should pop in over here because I'm trying to get Conscious Coffees back up and going, and I'm committed to doing 5 days a week. They're just kind of sporadic days, not very consistent. That's kind of like what flow is, right? It's just about going with the flow and figuring out that rhythm for yourself. And then today, as I was running around getting coffee, which I made my coffee with eggnog this morning. That was a really good choice. Today I was running around and I was just thinking about different things. And day before yesterday, I was in the worst bitchiest mood on the planet. I was in such a bad mood, and I blamed my hormones for it. I was just like, oh, I'm hormonal, right? I'm hormonal. That's what that is about. So I just blamed my hormones. And then yesterday morning I woke up and I did my gratitudes in the morning like I do every morning, and I really felt a lot better. And then I got a message. I got this message from my ex, and we co-parent. And I got this message from him, and I was just infuriated. I came storming out of my bedroom into the kitchen, and I was just mad as hell. I was just, everything inside of me had just really gotten to me. And I was so pissed off. And I really felt out of alignment. And even though I understood that I was out of alignment, my mind was focused in on this negative response that I had gotten, and how triggered I was, and I couldn't get out of the trigger. I just stayed in this trigger, and it was shit. It was total shit. So I'm running around and I'm like slamming things in the kitchen, and I'm just pissed off, and I'm feeling like crap, and my head's hurting, and all this stuff is going on, and I got to take my child to school. So I drove him to school, and on the way driving to school, I'm trying to be pumped up and positive with my kids and everything. So I'm faking it, right? I'm like, da, 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 it's going to be a great day, honey. It's going to be this, it's going to be that. I was faking it, but inside, my brain just kept going back to this trigger, to this statement, to, I was just like, that, asshole, how dare he think, how dare he blah, 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 blah. And I was just into it. And I dropped the kids off at school, and I get back into the car, and I'm just going, right? I need to get out of this shit that I have put myself in. And right there was my shift. Right there was the shift, because notice how prior to that, when I was describing what was going on, that I was going, I got triggered, this happened to me, he did this, he did that. And as I was getting back into the car, I made it up in my mind that it was not I had this happen to me. It was that I put myself in this, and I have to get myself out of it. So I'm driving, and I was just like, you've totally given Kendall, you've given your power over to him. He is now feeding off of your energy, and you woke up in this beautiful mood this morning, and you set the tone for your day, and you allowed yourself to get knocked off of that energy, off of that high vibe that you woke up with. You allowed yourself to get knocked off of that, out of that vibe. And now you're sticking with it. Why? What are you benefiting from this? Yes, these really are conversations that I have in my head. Like, yeah, what do you say when you talk to yourself? Here's what I say when I talk to myself, which I do a lot. And I talk back. So maybe that makes me crazy. I don't know. But nonetheless, it works, right? So the conversations were really just like, why am I allowing this? And so I took responsibility for those feelings, for those emotions, and what was going on. I took responsibility for the trigger. Instead of blaming my ex for triggering me, I took responsibility for the trigger. And once I took responsibility for the trigger, all of a sudden I was like, well, I gotta fucking get out of this. I have to get out of it. What's it gonna take for me to get out of it? So I decided, I'm going to listen to something positive. I'm going to listen to something that's going to feed me some good stuff, help me change my thinking and lock me into a different way of experiencing my situation. So I went on to, I just pumped into YouTube and was just listening to some motivational stuff, different things. I think I listened to a Will Smith video, and I think I listened to a little bit of Abraham Hicks, and I found some good music to listen to which kind of just charged me up, brought me back. And I was listening to that, all this stuff started really coming in, and I just started to realize, I'm not in alignment. So if I'm not in alignment, I have to get myself back into alignment, because I want to have this fuck yes day. I got shit to do. I've got things that I want to get accomplished, and I want to charge forward. Well, if I want to charge forward, then the only thing that I can truly do is to get myself into alignment. So what are the things that I need to be doing? And I just started seeing all these little things of, I need to be grateful. Come back to the gratitude. I need to be grateful for this. I started going, I'm grateful for the opportunity to have this half hour of driving to be able to work through these things. I'm grateful that all my children are happy and healthy, and that, I have fantastic relationships with my children. I'm grateful for all my beautiful clients that I'm signing this month. I've had a really nice group of clients come on. I'm really, really grateful for that. I've got some killer, amazing folks, and I'm looking so forward to moving into the new year with them and to see them blossom and grow and create that fuck yes life for themselves. I'm grateful that I work for myself. You see, and I just kept going on and on and on with this kind of stuff, and I really started to feel different. And here's the message, because if you read the title of this conscious coffee, the title of this conscious coffee was, you can't get there from here, right? You can't get there from here. And that's so true. You cannot get to where you want to be vibing where you're at right now. And even if you feel like you're high vibing right now, if you look at your goals, if you look at the things that you want in your life, are you vibing at the frequency, at the level that you need to be vibing to attract those things to you? And it's not even attracting them to you necessarily, but it's you attracting to them. You need to go to them, okay? They're not going to come to you, you're going to them. And that is that you're increasing your vibration to match what your goals are, what your dreams are. You increase your vibration and you go to your dream. Plain and simple. You get on the path, you're on the path. It is not, your dream on the path to come to you. It is you're on the path to go to your dream. So you need to have that forward motion to go to your dream, but you're not going to get to what you want by just being where you're at. Hold on, I see. I said no, because they would already have them, or I would already have them. Exactly. I mean, and that's really what it is. It's like the things that we want, the things that we're desiring, if we were really truly in the vibration for, gotta change my positions. If you were truly in the vibration of your dream, of the thing that you desire, then it would be in your life. That's just the way it is. I mean, like, I have had some amazing, miraculous things happen in no time at all. Like, I'll think it, and when I'm in the vibe, it just moments later it'll manifest in my life, and I go, wow, that was magical. And I mean, I went to a magic show last night, and like, you know, some of this stuff, like, when you get into the quantum physics world, because that's what we're talking about, is the quantum physics world. Everything is about frequency, everything is about vibration, and it is just that when you shift, when you get into that is exactly what happens. It just manifests, it just creates. Now, you have to be on that vibrational link for a long enough period of time so that it's like building. And I kind of refer to this as kind of like, imagine a pot of popcorn. And, you know, let's old school it here on popcorn. There's no microwaves. There's none of that going on. Let's old school it. Remember those old, I'm going to show my age off here, but remember the old metal plate things with the foil over it, and you just kind of like shake it over the stove top, or if you're camping sometimes and everything, and the popcorn just starts going pop, 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 and you can hear it sizzling in there, and it's sizzling, and all of a sudden one kernel will pop, and then another one will pop, and then another one, and then pop, 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 pop. All this stuff, it just starts popping, and before you know it, you have this great big mound of popcorn, right? That right there is exactly how miracles, is how our life can manifest. But you've got to put the heat underneath it in order to get the popcorns to pop, right? The popcorns just sitting there where they're at, all by themselves, just sitting there. They might be all buttered up, they might be ready to go, but they're just sitting there, and they're never going to actually achieve what they are designed to achieve if they just remain in that little silver pot, all nice and neat, that nice little neat package. If they just remain like that, then they're never going to achieve what they're actually designed to achieve. And as soon as you apply the heat, it takes time. It does take time. But here's the thing, in our manifestation, it takes time, but it's about the thoughts you're thinking. It's about the way you are emotionalizing it, and then the actions you choose to take from the emotions and the thoughts that you're thinking. That inspired action, that's all you need. It's the inspired action, but inspired action comes from inspired thought. And we second guess our inspired thoughts all the time. We go, nah, that's not this, that's not that. When we actually tap in, when we tune into that, we get into alignment when we're in that, and something comes to us, and then we go, wow, that feels really good. Like, that's exciting. I'm turned on to that. And then we go and we do. Now we're taking inspired action. Now we're moving forward. And when we move forward in that, poof, all of a sudden we have all our kernels start to pop. The kernels start to pop, and we make magic. And that only happens when we apply the heat, right? So that heat is us changing our frequency. It's changing our vibration. We're turning it up. Okay? So if the things that you want, you have to turn up your vibration, but you cannot do it like this. Okay? So here's the next little piece of this that I'm going to share with you this morning. The next little piece of this, like in my story on the front side, I told you about the shitty day that I was having yesterday, right? I allowed myself to get triggered. I allowed myself to get into this really, really bad funk, because I started really good, and then I ended up in this really bad funk. And when I ended up in that really bad funk, what did I do? I came back to number one. I took responsibility, okay? I took responsibility. I was like, time out. I gotta take responsibility. Number two, I stepped back into gratitude. I stepped into what? I had to start to feel good. I had to start to feel good about right where I was at. Because here's the thing. You're not going to ever feel better in the future, never in the future, if you're not feeling good right now, okay? Like attracts like in this case. And if you want to feel good in your future, then feel good right now. You need to just Get very clear on that. You're never going to be able to go from a negative, disgusting, poor me, pissy, crappy, angry, depressed, anxiety-ridden, worry-filled, oh my God, my world is ending, mindset, emotion set, action set, to something that feels good until you are feeling good about right now. So get right with where you're at, and the next moment will be right with where you're at. And the next moment will be right with where you're at. And the next, and the next. And that's how you paint that feel-good future. That's how you paint that fuck yes lifestyle, by having a fuck yes moment right now. Right now. I need coffee. I may not need coffee to hype me up, obviously. I've been awake for like an hour, so I kind of cheated this morning. I didn't just get up and get out of bed, although I didn't really do a whole lot. I laid in bed for an hour. I did. I was just lazy this morning. I needed it. I needed it. So, a little self-care. I think that the biggest thing that I definitely want to share with you is that right there, is that, you know, so often, and as we move through, hey, thank you, Addison. Thank you. I'm stealing my own quote from you. Thank you. I'll put that on. I was thinking I should probably write an article today based on this too, just because I think that's a really good point. I have so many people coming to me and they're going, you know, how do I get from here to there? How do I get from here to there? How long is it going to take? It'll take you about this long. About that long. That's it. But you know, it really is all up here, right? It's all up here, and it's all in here, and then what we're doing. And as I look at, we're coming through December, and so many people I hear over and over again, oh my God, Kendal, I want to work with you, but I can't afford you. Oh my God, Kendal, I really, really want to do this, but I can't do that because of this. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Okay. When the time is right next year, then I'll get to that. When the time is right next year, then I'll join a gym. When the time is right next year, then I'll start eating healthy. When the time is right next year, then I will, you know, go and take that trip. When the time is right next year, then I'll hire a mentor. When the time is right next year, then I'll put my kids in the school that I want to put my kids in. When the time is right, when the time is right, when the time is right. Well, the time is only going to be right when you get right with the time right now, right? That's exactly what has to happen. It has to happen right now. And I'm not saying that you need to take those actions right now. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying leap without thought, without the ability to do it. No, we don't want to do that. We don't want to take, quick action and then regret it. That's how we end up with buyer's remorse, right? On anything on our life. So if you're waiting and you're always waiting for the right moment to happen, the right moment's never going to happen. It just will not happen, because something is always going to get in the way. And as long as you are consistently looking for the right moment to happen, you are living not in the right moment. I don't know, I'm trying to say this in like 15 different directions so that everybody will get it. Okay, so that everybody will get it. And that's really what it is that there's no way that you are ever going to achieve that. If you want something in your life, start feeling it right now. Start taking action to it right now. And here's a tidbit of advice that's not going to cost you a fucking penny, that you don't have to sit down with me and learn, that you don't have to go through a program, a course, a book, anything for. It's taken just a few moments of your time. So just get it through your head, get it into your heart, get it into your being, absorb the reality, because this is the fact. As Corey stated, truth. This is the truth, that if you want it, you have to act right now as though you have it, from that emotional state. That's what I'm talking about, okay? It doesn't mean write the check. It doesn't mean make the move. It doesn't mean any of that. But you have to get your emotional state into alignment to what you want. Start emotionalizing things as though it already is. Just realize that anytime we say that we want something and we put it out here, okay, I can't, like, it's away from us. Anytime we create space between us and what we want, then it's not with us, okay? And we want it with us. Well, as long as we think of it as though it's not with us, it's not going to be with us. Plain and simple. It just won't be with us because we think of it as though it's not with us. So how's it going to get to us? Because we are consistently saying it's not here yet. We don't have it yet. I don't have that. It never shows up in my life. I don't know how to get that. How do I achieve that? We see, we're always trying to go to it, and we're always saying there's this space. It's not here. It's not present. It's not in my life yet. So I'm going to wait for it to show up. I'm trying to figure out how to get it in my life. Blah, 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 blah. Just put it in your life. Just put it in your life. Feel it as though it's in your life. You want a lover in your life? Start feeling like you have tons of love in your life. Start just giving yourself that love. Start appreciating yourself more. So, take time to just lay in bed and just hold yourself. You want to be held? Hold yourself. You want to have, a great business. You want to change careers. You want to do something like that. Start looking at things how you can actually start creating in the here and the now as though it is, okay? When you live from a place of scarcity, which is what that is saying, I don't have. And as long as you're looking at it from that perspective, I don't have, you're never going to have. Never, ever, ever, okay? I get told all the time, because everybody knows that I have lots of guys in my life. This is my last share, and then I'm off of here, okay, guys? I get told all the time, everybody says, oh, Kendal, you should be alone. You should have time where you're not dating anybody, where you don't have any men in your life. You just need to experience being alone. Well, I have the program that got set eons ago. I have the program that I don't even know how it came about, but I don't see myself alone. I have so many people in my life, and I always have amazing men in my life, always. And that's just my program. I always have amazing men in my life. Men are always going to show up for me the way I need. They're always going to be around. I always can do this. I can always do that, right? I always got a great guy that I'm dating. I always got a great guy, da, 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 da. So I look at the world and I go, there are so many amazing men out there. I don't understand how any woman could be single. Yeah, and I'm not talking like ring on the finger here. I'm talking about like, that's up to each person. I'm talking about like, there's no reason for any woman to not have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 awesome men in her life. But that's my program, right? That's the way I view the world. So that's what shows up to me, okay? Now, the reverse side of that is somebody could come along, and I work with people like this all the time. I can't find a good guy anywhere. I'm going to be alone forever. I don't know what it is that I do that can't attract men, that won't get guys to stick. I have the program of, I can't get rid of men. Like, I have men that I dated 7, 8, 9 years ago, and they're still texting me today asking for dates after I dropped them on their butts 6, 7 years ago. And it's like, why? I don't know. I don't really fucking care. But I feel that I have the program of, I'm that stickable personality. I'm the person that the guy wants to hang out with. I'm the this, I'm the that. I'm very relaxed about it. Other people might have the program of, guys don't want to hang around me, this, that. All right? Flip this. If you're a guy listening, what about the ladies, right? You want a lady in your life. Well, what's your program? If you're coming at it from, I can never have that relationship, I'm going to always be, I'm going to be an eternal bachelor, I'm going to be an eternal bachelorette, I'm going to just, this is just where it is, I'm never going to have that in my life. I always live paycheck to paycheck, I'm always broke, I never have enough time for anything. I can never lose weight. We can take these programs in so many different ways, but notice that the way you're thinking about it. When you think about it like that, that's this moment, right? If you're thinking about it like that, but you're saying, let's take the weight thing. You're thinking about, I can never lose weight. I can never lose weight. Gosh, I've been dieting and I've been exercising and oh my God, I gained 2 pounds. This is ridiculous. I gained 2 pounds, but I've been doing everything right. You can do everything right if you're not thinking right, and then that draws up a negative emotion around it. Then the result that you're going to get is from the thought and the emotion. So I don't care how much you're dieting. I don't care how much you're exercising or anything. You'll end up going the opposite direction. You're not going to achieve the results that you want, and you're definitely not going to achieve them as quickly as you want if you're focused in on the fact that you're always this. If this is ingrained in you, then this is where you're going to stay, and you're never going to achieve that is out there that you want. Change your frequency right now. Get grateful for the body you have. Get grateful for the heart that you have. Get grateful for the mind that you have. Get grateful for the friends that you have, for the relationships that you have, for the home, for the abundance, for the opportunities, for the family, for your health, for your money. I don't care. Be grateful that you have debt, because you get to pay debt. Okay? Hey, I have a power bill. I have a mortgage. I have a car, right? I have all these bills. I'm so grateful for that, because that means that I also have the opportunity to pay for those. That means that I am abundant. I have money coming in and it is flowing through me to give me this life that I want. Okay? Get grateful like that. Be grateful in the moment. And guess what? More abundance in any way that you want to look at it is going to show up for you. Okay? All right, let me see. This is happening each day for me. Once I made the decision, boom, life changes instantly. Once you let it. Absolutely. Yes. And welcome to the land of quantum witchcraft, we could call it, right? No, not really. It's not witchcraft at all. It's just reality. It's just a universal law, principle, and that's the way it is. So once you get right with it and you stop trying to change what is to what you think it should be, life gets magical. Gets really, really magical. So, okay, guys, I love you as always. Please hit the share button. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, everybody who's popped on and watched and is watching right now. If you could, though, just hit the share button. Thank you for all the love, the likes, the laughter, everything, and sharing yourselves this morning with me on this Saturday morning. I hope it's warmer where you're at than where I'm at, or maybe not. Maybe you're stuck in a snowstorm. Be grateful for that. It's cozy time, right? It's the perfect time to settle in and snuggle and give yourself a little bit of love and care. You can follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. I am running a very cool special right now that I want to throw out to you guys, and that is 2 months of free coaching. So I have signed up a whole bunch of people on this. I have very limited private client openings. I can only handle so many people. I really do like to know my clients as I work with them. I get very intimate in conversation with them. I really get to know people. Most of my clients actually become friends in one fashion or another, and I know them for years. Hey, thank you, Addison. She's such a great friend. Yeah, she just put the link down there. But what I'm doing is anybody that signs up for my private coaching, my VIP one-on-one coaching, I'm actually giving you 2 months of free coaching. This is an $800-900 value. I'm also throwing in any online course that you want for another additional $100 value onto that. But this special is only running until Christmas Day. By then, I'll probably be pretty much filled up on my private clients. And as I'm just trying to give everybody an opportunity to get in with a special, because January, normally for us coaches, we fill up for the year to 18 months from our January sales that come in. And this is just an opportunity to kind of get you a little bit of a head start. Why wait till January? Why wait until the social norm is now you should figure your life out? Now you should do this. Now you should do that. Now it's January. All of a sudden you should have goals. No, have goals right now. Like, look back at the last 12, 15, 18 months of your life. You know, I'm sure every one of us has had some fantastic shit happen. Others of us, you know, and we've also had some crap happen, right? Life is never exactly what we want it to be, but how do you feel about where are the places that you are feeling challenged, that you might need a little bit, some kinks worked out, that you don't quite know how to work those kinks out? Are you living that total fuck yes life that you really truly want? Is it abundant, you know, abundantly in finances, in love, in your sex? Is your relationship top notch? You know, are you living on purpose with passion? Are you turned on? Are you orgasmic, right? Are you orgasmic? And, you know, if you're answering no to any of that, if you're just kind of feeling sluggish in some way, well, check out that link right there. Let me know. You can private message me. You can email me. Just mention the 2 months free coaching. It's a fantastic deal. It is, you know, you can work with me on a 8 session, 14 session, 20 hour, 20 session program. Plus then on that, you get the additional 2 months. I do also have, I wasn't going to do this, but I guess I'm doing it. See, this is inspiration for you, right? All of a sudden it like spews out. Yesterday I sent out a little pre-launch to about 150 people. And these are all people that just did not quite take on the challenge to do their work over the course of the last year. We'll put it like that. I did consults with them, something, you know, all this different stuff, and I sent out this stuff. And there is going to be, I'm going to be doing a 4-week intensive in January, January 10th through February 14th, through Valentine's Day. I'm going to be doing an intensive, and the sign up for that intensive of 4 weeks is going to be called Boss 500. So it's coming out, and it is going to be focused in on really giving you 4 weeks intensive private focus session coaching just for you for 4 weeks straight. So to really launch you into 2019, to really make those changes. And well, now you heard it. Now you heard it. I don't even have the content written up for this yet, guys, okay? I don't even have it. I just kind of throwing it out there to you right now. If you're interested and you want to get in on that pre-launch before anybody else does, because I already sent it out to 150 people, I'm only going to have 10 spots open for this Boss 500. So, because that's all I can handle. So I'm only going to have 10 spots open for the Boss 500. If you do want to take on that and have a 4-week intensive private coaching with me at deep fucking massive, deep discount. I don't work for the price that I'm actually going to be throwing. Like this is, it's stupid. I'm being stupid. I am. I'm being stupid on what I'm doing in January. But I went, you know what? It's my way to give back. Kind of like doing 2 months worth of free coaching. I never give away my coaching. I give away everything else. But when it comes to my VIP stuff, I typically don't do that. And for whatever reason, this year I'm like, you know what? I'm completely just up-leveling everything. And I want to give everybody really great opportunity to get in there and get their work done in the next 90 days. So that's what I'm setting everything up for, is to be able to provide you with the opportunity to say yes, not to me, but to you. Say yes to you. Let me know if you're interested in any of that. Again, follow me at www.kendalwilliams.com. You can also follow me, of course, right here where you're watching on Facebook. You can also follow me on my coaching page. And I will catch you tomorrow morning with another Conscious Coffee. See you then.